Yo, 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 what's poppin'? What's poppin'? All right. So, word in the street is that a certain black female content creator got her channel uh suspended. Well, I think she has, actually, she does have, she had multiple channels and they all got suspended indefinitely. And prior to her channels being suspended indefinitely, Google demonetized her channels. And then after Google demonetized her channel, afterwards, um, all of her channels got flagged off of YouTube. And a lot of people in the so-called black YouTube space is celebrating this, especially a lot of people within the so-called black mansphere uh, online space is celebrating this as if this person's channel being flagged is going to cause some sort of major difference out in the real world. I mean, we all know the reality to that. But but the thing is, this is the irony behind the situation. Now, before I give the irony behind the situation, first of all, when it comes to my personal opinion about her channels being this person's channels being flagged off of YouTube, I really don't give a shit. I I really don't give a it really makes no difference to me if her channels were flagged or never flagged at all, because I really don't give this bitch never really gave this bitch any attention, you know? Uh I don't even remember a time when I fully watched one video of this chick. Now I probably did. I just don't remember. But this goes to show you how um it's go to show you how this person this content or former content creator as of now never really meant much to me in my life. No matter how much derogatory or stupid things she might have said about so-called black males, I refuse to give that type of shit any energy. It would be a waste of my quality time and my quality energy to actually give that shit any attention. So I really don't care about her channel being flagged. And if her channel was never flagged, I still wouldn't care about her channel. Like I said before, that shit is irrelevant. This person's content was really very irrelevant in my life. I don't know why. I don't know why a lot of you so-called black males have made this female's channel relevant to you. Because for the past 5 years, I've watched so many black male content creators make so much videos complaining about the things that she have stated, not realizing that when you have given this female that much attention and that much responses, you are actually assisting in increasing her fame online. And this content creator, it was the agenda of this content creator to do this the whole time. The strategy that this content creator used throughout um her time making videos talking shit about so-called black males was to say things that was so disrespectful towards black males that would compel a lot of you black male content creators to make videos responding to her, crying like a bunch of bitches. Thus, she gets more free marketing and advertisement. Thus, her channel becomes more popular. Thus, thus, you help create the monster that you claim to hate. The so-called Black Manosphere 2.0 sector actually helped increase the popularity of this content creator. But now they're happy that this person's channel that they helped made popular is now gone. And that's the irony behind this whole situation. You have black males online celebrating at the fact that this content creator's channel is now flagged off of YouTube, but yet they've assisted or at least are members of the sector of the online community who help assist in the increase of her online fame. You created the monster, but happy that the monster is gone. And you did know that you could have just avoided creating the monster if you just never responded to this person. You know, I told the so-called black manosphere this shit about 5 years ago. About 5 years ago, when I used to speak on different panels, I would tell black males that you guys need to stop talking about this individual because all you're doing is making this individual more popular. That's all you're doing. You know, you need to stop trying to argue her stupid ass talking points, right? Because all you're doing is making her channel, her YouTube channel, more popular. Because because the more you talk about this person, the more you're giving your subscribers more exposure to who this person is. I told the black man, the so-called black manosphere this at that time. But of course, my words came in one ear and went out the other. My words went in one ear and left out the other. Because during 2018, a lot of black male content creators were making so much response videos when it came to the things that this content creator said about so-called black males. It was to a point that a person that a lot of you guys consider to be one of the founding members of Black Manosphere 2.0 would invite this person to the quote unquote Sunday Rumbles, right? Thus giving this person more exposure, thus giving this person more popularity. And then you have all the other members of that 2.0 sector, entering, or participating in the Sunday Rumble, trying to argue and debate her, and then turn around making videos about her. And what it did, it made her channel more popular. Between 2018 and 2019, this person's popularity rose sky high. Now, 5 years later, after her channel's been gone, you're happy at the fact that the monster that you created has left when you could have actually prevented this monster from being created anyway if you just ignored her. What's going on? Hey yo, what's up? Hey yo, what's up? Well, what she do? Well, it's not what she did. It's what YouTube and Google did, which is they uh they suspended her channel or flagged her channel. You know, I don't know what caused. I don't know exactly what was YouTube or Google's reason for getting rid of this person's channel. I don't know, but all I know is that her channel's gone. What's up, D. Darrell? What's up, Brownsburg? Brownsburg said, "Amen." You could have just avoided creating this monster. Yeah, Joe W, what's up? And now you guys are creating or assisting in creating another monster, which is the so-called queen maker. Because you guys are making her more popular also. A lot of you guys are making her more popular also. So how you assisted in Cynthia G's rise in online fame, you're doing or have done the same thing when it comes to the fame of the so-called queen maker. And when her channel gets flagged, because her channel will get flagged, just like how the other person's channel got flagged, right? So the so-called queen maker's channel will be flagged one day, and you guys will be dancing and celebrating as if somehow her channel being taken out of YouTube is actually it have actually helped improve your life out there in the real world when it haven't. But the irony will be the same irony right now that you help create the monster, but happy that she's gone. What type of shit is this? You know. But going back to the other female content creator I'm talking about. What this female content creator did is that she borrowed a play from Tommy Sotomayor's book. She took Tommy Sotomayor's strategy in trolling. What this person was just a big troll who showed her face. Like I said, she borrowed a play from Tommy Sotomayor's playbook, in which what she did is say something so extreme, say something so extreme, right? That would compel, that would make a lot of people of the opposite gender upset. When I mean the opposite gender, I mean those who are of the opposite gender as her, right? Basically, black males. She would say something so extreme that would make so called black males so emotional, so upset that they'll be compelled to make a video responding to her comments. Thus, the people or the subscribers of these black male content creators who's watching that response video would go back to that, will go and research this female, look up her video and what she said, then they'll be compelled to make a response to her. Then that person's subscribers will go back to that person's, will go and research this person, look at that person's video. And you know what happens? That person, that female content creator that you guys are responding to, would receive more and more video views to the point that her videos go viral. This was Tommy Sotomayor's strategy too. Tommy Sotomayor's strategies is go out there and say something so extreme, so crazy, to the point that it's going to get to the emotions of a lot of you so-called black people. And so-called black people, you motherfuckers just emotional. So-called black people are just fucking emotional. Emotional as hell. So emotional that you're so quick to react and respond without sitting back and thinking before doing something. And because you're so reactionary and quick to respond, you're so quick to make a response video based on the extreme comments that you hear a person like Tommy Sotomayor or that female content creator I'm talking about said, not realizing that the consequences of doing such a thing is that you are assisting in making these people famous. And once again, like I said before, Tommy Sotomayor was like the master of that strategy. And I saw that strategy, and I was shocked at the fact that a lot of other people did not see what I saw. Once again, the strategy of Tommy Sotomayor and that female that I'm talking about, who just got her channel taken out of YouTube, was to say something so extreme that it would make so-called black people so emotional to the point of the fact that they would make response videos responding to the extreme comments of these content creators, which in turn would increase the video views of the content creators that they're responding to. Thus, those videos go viral, and the content creators that that so-called black people would respond to would become more popular. This is the strategy. And a lot of you so-called black people fell for that shit because you don't think before you do something. So-called black people one day have to grow out of that. Don't get me wrong. I think it's human to be emotional, right? But you have to have some level of self-control to the point of fact that you have to calm yourself down and sit back and think before you do something. But so-called black people are for the most part, we're the other way around. We do something before we think about it. As a matter of fact, we don't even think about what we do until we do something stupid and we see the consequences of it. But once we thought and once we sit back and think about it, say, damn, that's a stupid shit. That's some stupid shit I just did. It's too late. The damage have already been done. You know? But going back to what I was saying about this content creator, yeah, that was her whole strategy. She borrowed a page from Tommy Sotomayor's book. And it worked for her just as much as it worked for Tommy. But guess what? Here's the twist. Doing that type of shit on YouTube don't last long because the more extreme that you become as a content creator and the more popular that your extremist narratives become, you'll become too toxic for YouTube. Because understand this, websites like YouTube, right? And like other websites who have advertising dollars on the line. They make a whole lot of money through advertising dollars, which means that they have other corporations who pay them to advertise their products, threaten to remove their partnership with that website if they don't calm down on the extremist comments or on the extreme videos that's being promoted on YouTube. This wasn't this the case when it came to quote unquote ad apocalypse a few years ago, back in like 2016, 2017, where a whole lot of channels got either demonetized or taken out of YouTube because Google's sponsors was threatening to remove their advertising dollars or remove to do any further business with Google if Google do not get rid of content that was considered too quote unquote extreme. And this is the case now, and always will be the case, because at the end of the day, YouTube, which is a website that's owned by Google, of course, we all know that they got to make money. And now and the thing is that now you have other hosting sites who are rising in popularity and who are competing against YouTube. YouTube have competition now. Rumble.com. I mean, there were always other hosting sites, but now you have a website like Rumble who's becoming more and more popular that's in competition with YouTube. And you also have other sites too. And listen, YouTube do not want corporations who they're already doing business with when it comes to their when it comes to corporations giving them advertising dollars being taken away from them, and they run elsewhere to a site like Rumble saying that, okay, I'll give you my advertising dollars instead of giving it to YouTube, and all this other bullshit. So the more extreme that a content creator becomes, uh the the more likely Google will put a fucking end to their extreme comments or their extreme content and suspend them. because the way Google's looking at it, in my opinion, this is my personal opinion, the way Google's looking at it is that, hey, listen, if you guys get, if people like you get any popular with the type of narratives that you promote, there can be a chance that my partners that I do business with will complain once again about extreme content on my website. So I have to let you guys go and give you guys the boot. You're not going to ruin my money, you know? In my opinion, I believe that, in my personal opinion, I believe that was the case with that black female content creator and her channels being suspended indefinitely from YouTube with all the extreme statements that she would make about so-called black males. And if it wasn't for so-called black male content creators who helped her go going viral, she would not have been as famous as she is now. I mean, I'm not going to make it seem as if so-called black males were the only demographic of people online who helped increase her popularity. Of course, so-called bitter so-called black females, of course, assisted in the growth of her popularity too. But like I said before, pussy whip, simp, uh, 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 simp, mommy issue having as so-called black males on the internet also played a role in increasing the popularity of that specific content creator that I'm talking about. But this is the case of ain't shit niggas, because ain't shit niggas will be so quick to give attention to ain't shit bitches. Ain't shit niggas will be so quick to give popularity and attention to some of the most remedial, dysfunctional, degenerate bullshit that the world have ever seen. And of course, ain't shit bitches do the same motherfucking thing, you know? But but this is the irony when it comes to this situation. A lot of you so-called black males online assisted in increasing the popularity of this person, but now you happy that this person's gone, when in reality this person should have never been irrelevant in the first place. But this person actually became relevant because a lot of you so-called black males made her relevant by responding to her stupid ass comments. I mean, it shows you the weakness of a lot of so-called black males on social media, because what it is that a lot of you so-called black males, and I said this several times before in my videos, that a lot of you so-called black males on here are looking for what's the word? Uh, 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 name. You're looking to be accepted, validation. A lot of you so-called black males on social media are desperately seeking validation from the opposite sex. And when you encounter someone online that of the opposite gender that does not give you the validation that you're desperately seeking, as a matter of fact, if that person of the opposite sex is making statements that somehow you don't like, you motherfuckers will keep on trolling, arguing, and debating and shaming this female, hoping that this will cause her to validate your bitch ass. And that's really the case with uh this black female content creator I'm talking about. That's really the case with her. A lot of so-called black males or a lot of so-called black male content creators who were responding to her videos, especially back during 2018, 2019, 2020, was upset that that so-called black female was not giving them validation. I mean, it went to the point of the fact that you had a lot of so-called black male content creators who created this theory about her having relationships with Caucasian males, saying that, see, I bet she like Caucasian guys, or I bet she like white guys. Like, even if that's true, who cares? Like, who cares? But a lot of you guys was desperately seeking her validation. And because she didn't give you that validation that you guys desire, y'all went after her. Y'all thought that debating with her on the Sunday Rumble, y'all thought that making all these countless amounts of videos talking about her, y'all thought that going on her channel trolling her was actually going to make a difference. Where it actually did make a difference. It made a difference when it came to her YouTube popularity because it helped her become more popular. You created the Frankenstein, but happy that the Frankenstein is gone. When you could have avoided creating Frankenstein if you never pulled the switch. And what switch that I'm talking about? What does that represent? That represent the attention that you gave to this bitch. Shouldn't have given her any attention. But once again, when you got a lot of weak-minded black males who have mommy issues, who have low self-esteem, who who come online, trying to live a second childhood and or trying to get their lick back at females who have turned them down in their past, they're going to go online seeking validation. And when from the opposite sex, and when the opposite sex do not give them that validation, this is how they act. And a lot of you same so-called black males are doing the same thing with this so-called queen maker, not realizing that what you're doing is increasing her online fame. But but the fact that this female content creator is now gone, in which most likely she's going to make another YouTube channel and start over again. Therefore, I don't see what's the point of celebrating the fact that her channel's gone. This is not the first time her channel got flagged. As a matter of fact, I remember when this female content creator first came onto YouTube, thanks to Boyce Watkins. Boyce Watkins was the one who introduced her to the world. And uh, this was like around 2014, 2015. She first showed on Boyce Watkins' channel that used to be called Your World, My Views, or My Views Your World. I forgot the damn name. It's somewhere, something to that nature, right? And Boyce Watkins used to introduce the world to a lot of different people, and this female was one of them. The female that I'm talking about was one of them. And then she started her own channel. She got a little popular because she was talking about white supremacy and all this other bullshit. Then she took that to she created her own channel, and the popular of her channel grew, where she was talking about just straight up white supremacy. But then, Caucasians ended up being responsible for her channel being flagged. That was her first YouTube channel. And then afterwards, I ended up forgetting about this female, right? And I never knew at that time, once her first YouTube channel got flagged, I didn't know that she came back onto YouTube. If it wasn't, I wouldn't know that. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I didn't know that she created another channel and returned to YouTube. It was until certain black male content creators that I was subscribed to at the time started making response videos to her. That's when I was like, oh shit, she's back on YouTube? Damn. Because that's how irrelevant this bitch was. And this time around, being that, her channels got flagged again, I didn't know about it if it wasn't for some of the black male content creators that I subscribe to right now talking about it, giving it attention, you know. But at the same time, on the flip side too, the lesson here is for those of you who are full-time content creators, the lesson here is you guys need to get a real job. I don't understand the concept of people being full-time content creators. Get a real job, get a real career where you actually can acquire actual skills, actual benefits, and actual job protection if you're in a union, which will make it hard for you to lose your job because it goes to show you that you can't be a full-time content creator, especially on a website that you didn't create, because you never know when that channel's gone. And now you want to go back onto YouTube and continue your YouTube career. You have to start all over from scratch, which means it'll take time for your new channel to be monetized. And once your new channel is monetized, you will not make as much money as you used to because you have to start all over again in increasing your number of subscribers, increasing your number of views, and all sorts of stupid ass shit. I mean, it's not an actual career. It's not an actual marketable. Being a full time content creator, which is to me, which some of you should be ashamed by if you consider yourself to be a full time content creator, but being a fucking full time content creator is not a skill that you can take anywhere in the world with you. You cannot put that on a resume and say, hey, I'm the best candidate for this position because I was a full time content creator on YouTube from this year to that year. I mean, come on. You know, come on. Shoot. Listen. And also too, yeah, get a real fucking job, get a real career out there in the real world. But also too is that if you do decide to waste your time in being a full-time content creator, it's not good to make a living off of off of narratives that's, for one, not true, and for two, can be considered too extreme. And that number three, that's fucking degenerate. Unless if you're a rapper. I think that's like the only way you can get away with. But then again, most rappers are broke anyway. So most rappers end up, you know, having short-lived careers and then going broke or always been broke. Okay, Ayo said, I don't know, Wacky. They could be some type of video editor or something. Probably only like seven openings for that in the whole country, though. Oh, really? Okay. Okay, maybe. Okay. I mean, to sit there and just make a living by making some of the most dumbest, uh, um, non-factual arguments about the opposite gender when there's a thing called hate speech, I don't think it's wise to actually think that you can make a full-time living off of that because that's basically technically hate speech. And remember, there's no actual, I don't think there's an actual federal, state, or local law concerning so called hate speech, which means that YouTube and Google can actually create a term where they can define hate speech whichever way they want to define it. So therefore, and YouTube, well, Google slash YouTube do have do have uh, um um their own interpretation of what they consider to be hate speech. And a lot of you people on YouTube, males and females, are violating that rule. So thinking that you can make a full-time career off of something that violates the YouTube's terms of services is not really a wise thing to do. I mean, I'm still tripping off the fact that motherfuckers think they could be a full-time content creator. I'm just tripping off that shit. But anyway, exactly. It's not too lucrative, you know. But anyway, niggas are dumb. Niggas will always be dumb, unfortunately. So we're going to see more of these channels being flagged. Oh, it's going to be more channels being flagged, you know. So this female's channels is not going to be the end of a lot of channels being flagged. And then people think that, okay, because what you see now is that a lot of people, more and more people are going to another website called rumble.com, right? But guess what? Here's the thing. As Rumble becomes more popular, as more sponsors, or excuse me, advertisers, not sponsors, but advertisers have contracts with Rumble to advertise their products on their website, guess what? Rumble will eventually end up doing the same motherfucking thing that YouTube and Google's doing now. Cleaning up house on any content creator making content that promotes quote unquote hate speech. Trust me. Yeah, because the more popular Rumble becomes, the more advertising dollars they'll receive. And the more advertising dollars they'll receive, the less they want to lose their advertising dollars. So if you're a content creator who got kicked out of YouTube and think that you can go to Rumble and do the same trash that you did when you was on YouTube, or eventually Rumble will pull the plug. Just wait until they receive more advertising dollars and their advertising partner starts complaining, just like they did with YouTube. Shoot. And if you don't believe me, just watch. And if you don't believe me, just watch. If you don't believe me, just watch. Shit. You know, fresh and fit. Them two little faggots think that they could do that. They could do their trash on Rumble. All right, Rumble will pull the plug on them. Shit. All right. Peace out, man. I'm out of here. I'm done speaking to y'all. Once again, niggas are dumb. Peace.